going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great week, great month, great year. Let's be honest, it's been pretty incredible for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies moving forward. You can actually see right here, we had a very volatile morning. If you guys were trading, man, that was crazy. It looked like we were going to have this crazy breakout. We got up to 10,550, instantly pulled back. This happened to all the cryptocurrencies across the board. But that being said, we are seeing a much quicker recovery in some of the top coins like Ethereum up 6%, XRP up 11%. Now, XRP actually pissed a lot of people off. There was something crazy that happened over on BitMEX. It actually had a flash crash of 60%. Lots of people got liquidated. There's tons of people complaining about it right now on Twitter in the crypto community. I'm going to talk about that actually today. I think that's a topic we should talk about is, the dangers of this, potentially happening in positions. But that being said, I really want to talk about the TD sequential also on Bitcoin. You might be familiar. I think Tone Vase, he uses that a lot. It looks like it's about to do something very rare. Now, some people are saying this could potentially not happen and we might have a dump for Bitcoin and crypto, but I'm going to show you why the markets are a little bit different this time around compared to 2017. Lots of different things, different liquidity. We're going to go into that, okay? Stick around. But I also want to talk about the fact that Bitcoin has essentially basically been rejected 3 days in a row now at this resistance. So we do have to talk about that. And finally, we do have some crypto regulation. I'm going to get into that as well. Also, let me know what you guys think about the new background. I have a little bit of a darker theme going on. Just for comparison, super bright, okay, super dark. Let me know what you guys think about that. And if you're not subscribed to the Crypto Zombie channel, we do this every single day. And every single Monday, we give away a Ledger Nano S. If you want one, drop a comment and you are eligible for the giveaway. Now, having a look right here, we are noticing Bitcoin actually down 0.63%. Many of the altcoins, well, not all of them, I'd say like half the altcoins are essentially in the green, but we have some massive gainers today. You may have noticed Chiliz, 44%. What the heck is going on with that? I actually have some news about that later in the video. Theta, Centrality, Bytecoin, XRP, Kyber, Status, OK, and D-Chain as well. Now, you can see right here, this was the fake out. Everyone thought we were going to have this sort of breakout right here. We got rejected. We fell all the way down from 10,550 down to 10,223. Very crazy morning for traders. Now, I think what people were expecting was sort of what we did here the last time we were trying to break out of this resistance, where you could see sort of, we hit here, we had this dip, but then the second time we skyrocketed, right? Well, it looked like we were going to do the same thing, except, we had the dip. We tried to break out, but then we fell down. So you got to be careful trying to trade these fractals. They don't always play out exactly the same in the market. You will notice, though, that we're being stomped out at the same exact level that we basically had during the China pump back here. And that is the level to beat, around that 10,550, 10,600 if you're sort of looking at the CME futures. Now, if we're not able to break above this, well, then we might look to retest some of these lower levels, maybe go down to the 8.8K, right? Then we would close the CME futures gap that everyone's been talking about, maybe come down here, hopefully get supported by this trend. Worst case, maybe we dip down below here and then continue trending back upwards. Now, the one thing I do want to point out is that every time we do touch a support, we tend to put in another resistance, another support, and then that becomes the new support. In other words, the previous resistance becomes the support. You can see right here, as we're going higher and higher, look where we touch down. This was the resistance holding us back here, right here, right here in this ascending wedge. And when we actually had that drop this morning, well, we basically bounced right back off of that. So this is actually showing that the bulls are still in control. I know a lot of people are calling for this 20%, 30% pullback. I'm going to show you in a minute why we may not get those type of flash crashes or maybe we might get a flash crash. I mean, you never know, but it's probably not going to happen as frequently this time around, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute, so stick around for that. But you can see my buddy Josh Rager, he's got his eyes on the $10,761 resistance. He says that Bitcoin could go all the way up to potentially 11,400 to 11,550 before actually having the top out for the significant pullback. And you can see right here, he says this is his value area, June to September range and weekly resistance. Now, he also uses a lot of the VPVR as well. Having a look right here, though, you can see 3 consecutive days we have been rejected. I could show you guys right here. Look, here's one. You can see there's a 1 day, 2 day, and 3 days. And we wick above it. We instantly pull back down. Once again, we find ourselves in the blue zone, okay? Now, Here's the thing. Crypto Hamster pointed this out, and he's talking about the TD sequential. And the TD sequential, he says, could potentially print a 9, which is a rare thing on the daily time frame. He says, considering the preceded rise in the absence of decent corrections, it's wise to be cautious with long positions. Now, the question is, was that what we saw this morning? Was that the crazy to be cautious, be careful? Was that it? Or is there something more to come? All right, that is the question, because we really haven't had any significant pullback since the beginning of the year. It's just been going straight up, right? So, I mean, I don't know. You have to kind of be cautious. You just have to be cautious. But there's lots of positives. We do have this golden cross that happened on the weekly and on the daily. And it does look like these two are eventually going to meet right here, and yeah, I mean, that's going to have a full golden cross confirmation, which is amazing. Like I said, last time we had something like that happen was basically the spark of last year's little bull rally that we had, right? So that is a potential moving forward. I still have my eyes on the $11,350 level, which I've gone over this for like over 2 weeks now. But basically, that would be the ultimate breakout point for me, and that would put us higher than both of these wicks at both of the highs, being from 2017 all-time high and last year. And also, finally, I just want to point out that we do have these two legacy sort of trend lines still happening, and I do believe that we will be supported probably by this green line. Worst case scenario, we could come all the way down to the purple trend. Probably not going to happen in the current structure of this market, but just, be wary that we could potentially come down and, maybe see like an $8,000 Bitcoin or something like that again. It is possible, but for everyone out there pissed off and saying, man, I wish I bought cheaper, those are kind of blessings in disguise, right? And I'm in for the long run, so I don't really care if we take a pull. It doesn't really matter to me. I watched it go from, 2K up to 20K, down to 3K, up to 14K, back at 10. I don't care, guys. I'm in it for the long haul, but here's one reason why things could be different this time around. Last time we had the bull run, the overall market cap of Tether was much lower. And you can see right here, obviously the yellow line is the Bitcoin chart and the blue line is the Tether market cap, right? So you can see right here, let me actually go back to when we had the bull run. So here's January of 2017, and you can see that the Tether market cap was only around, it was actually under $10 billion. And as we started to have the bull run all the way up to the December high right here, we still only had Tether at around $1 billion. Which meant that people trying to trade in and out of Bitcoin to trade into Tether and trade back out, there wasn't a lot of liquidity. And when you don't have a lot of liquidity, you have very big moves, right? Because you don't have as, for example, the order books are a lot thinner, right? Now, if you look right here, there is a lot of Tether in circulation. In fact, as of today, we have around 4.6 billion. That's a lot more dollars, whatever you want to call them, floating around in the crypto ecosystem to absorb more of those shocks for those bigger moves. So those crazy, 20%, 30% drops we were seeing, I'm not saying they can't happen, but they might not actually happen as much moving forward. And that is honestly one of the things to note about a maturing market, right? I don't want to get into the Tether conspiracy stuff. I know somebody out there's got something to say. I'm not talking about Tether conspiracy. I'm just simply talking about liquidity and the amount of dollars that could absorb Bitcoin and other cryptos during these big moves. You guys following me? You get what I'm trying to say here?
You ask me, where's the money? Where's the money? I mean, I don't know where the money is. I've never been good with figures, you know that. I don't know anything about math. It was never my good subject. I don't know where the money is, but if you need money, I'll give you money. But this really surprises me. I'm really shocked. Because I thought we had something here a lot stronger than just business.
Okay, moving on though, I do want to talk about something that is happening, and that's leverage trading, margin trading. You had a lot of people come out say they hate it. A lot of people coming out say they love it. I personally enjoy it. For me, I like trading on leverage. I do, not high leverage, but you can see right here, Coinbase Pro says that they are now rolling out margin trading. Now they're only doing up to 3x, which is probably very responsible on their behalf. However, they're only offering it to 23 states currently. Obviously, I'm from New York, so that does not mean me. And if you're interested in the states that are available, you can either check the article, I'll link it below, or just feel free to just take a quick screenshot. Okay, so there you go. Those are the states that they're offering. However, for me, I still use ByBit. This is still my go-to. Now, you've also heard a lot of people, when ByBit first came out, when all these exchanges come out, a lot of people have a lot of flack to say. When Binance first came out, people, hated on it. They had their opinions. Same thing for ByBit. But one thing I just want to point out, I just want to point out, guys, if we compare the move this morning that happened to XRP, this is the XRP chart. You can see we had a little bit of a drop. In fact, we had a drop, let's see. Let's actually see what it was over here on ByBit. Okay, 2.8%, right? So it got down to about 32.5 cents, okay? Now, having a look at what happened on BitMEX, we had a whopping from top to bottom, okay? That was a 60% flash crash. Now, there are people on Twitter right now absolutely furious about this, freaking out, saying, we demand that, we have our fund. This is crazy. We want our funds given back to us. I hope they do the right thing because if you guys don't know, when this happened on ByBit, there was an Ethereum issue. They refunded everybody. They did what they were supposed to do. But, I'm not trying to, sort of shit talk, freaking BitMEX. But I mean, guys, enough is enough with this. I mean, how many times are these things going to happen before people realize that this exchange is just pretty damn shady? And there's lots of stuff that goes on like this in the background. So once again, guys, I just got to say, ByBit is definitely the place to be. It's my favorite exchange to trade on. I'm not trying to give it a promo here. I'm just being realistic about it. You can go over and trade on BitMEX and have 60% liquidations like this, or you can go over to like an actual reputable exchange that does the right thing and actually refunds their customers when these types of things happen. So I hope BitMEX does the right thing. But that being said, that's just one more reason why I personally choose to use ByBit. Now, talking about Binance and XRP, they actually say the future of banking remittances services is on Binance US, XRP the standard. Lots of people are actually really excited about this, the whole XRP the standard thing, right? And that may have something to do with why the price is pumping today. Where's it at right now? It seems like it's having a little bit of a pullback, but then again, Bitcoin's having a little bit of a pullback too, so tends to sort of drag them all down, right? But also one other thing that Binance is doing is they're launching their perpetual contract for VeChain. Interesting, right? So I think you're going to see a lot of this. I think you're going to see a lot of leverage trading, margin trading for altcoins. Now they're saying that they're offering 1x to 50x leverage. That's pretty damn high for an altcoin, guys. I mean, it's pretty crazy just trying to trade Bitcoin, and especially let alone even Ethereum. And then you start going lower than that, and just, I don't know, that's pretty high, but be careful with that moving forward. Oh, guys, on a side note, Steve Hank, an economist at Johns Hopkins University, has come out and says that crypto is only good for enabling scams. I think I'm just going to skip this article this time. But talking about some regulation that we do need to pay attention to, you have Secretary of Treasury Steven Mnuchin responding yesterday to a U.S. Senate hearing to cover the 2020 budget. Now, you had New Hampshire Senator Maggie Hassan, I think her name is. She asked, how would the Treasury's proposed budget cope with suspicious cryptocurrency transactions? She also asked if there will be a way to prosecute criminal organizations using cryptocurrencies to finance their illicit activities, okay? So Mnuchin responded, specifically on cryptocurrencies, we are spending a lot of time on this, both on, what does this say? An interagency basis and with the regulators, and we are about to roll out some significant new requirements at FinCEN. So guys, be ready for this, especially in the US. He says we want to make sure that technology moves forward, but on the other hand, we want to make sure that cryptocurrencies are not used for the equivalent of the old Swiss secret bank accounts. But I think the key takeaway here, and this is why I highlighted it right here in yellow, is we want to make sure that technology moves forward. So this is actually telling me that they're not trying to stop it. They don't want to stop Bitcoin, let's be honest. They want to just figure out how to tax it, right? So that's basically what I think is going to be the situation. But I just want to point that out and say that it's kind of like a little bit of a win, right? It's a little bit of a win for crypto. Also, if you guys play Fortnite and things like that, the IRS says that they have updated their webpage and they have removed parts of their crypto tax disclosure guideline, which classified game tokens as currencies. So you can see game tokens specifically operate within closed digital environments where this is hardly a problem for an exchange for the token to be converted into fiat. So they say the typical function of a game token is for making in-game purchases for virtual assets needed. So things like Fortnite, V-Bucks, and games like Roblox and all these other games that you could buy these tokens and stuff. No, you don't have to report that on your taxes, okay? So you can finally breathe a sigh of relief. Now, once again, I have to talk about the problem with cryptocurrencies. We do know that they are too complicated for the average person to get into, right? In fact, a 2019 report by the cybersecurity firm Kaspersky, I think they're called, found that only 10% of people, quote, get crypto. right? So cryptocurrencies and their accompanying open finance ecosystem remain difficult to use and complicated for too many people. And this is why you've seen guys like Jack Dorsey, making Lightning Network API kits available so that mom and pop shops can essentially set up their own ways to get involved in Bitcoin as well. Now, also we have the Ethereum ecosystem exploding with DeFi. You've seen the price action lately, right? And coming down here, you could see that what is this? Oh, Ebo. So they essentially have a mobile wallet that came out. Now, the cool thing about this is that the Ebo wallet doesn't require users login or registration and equips users to complete trades directly from the wallet. It's available in 206 countries, right? But here's the interesting thing. The users maintain full custody of their digital assets and they avoid paying deposits or withdrawal fees. That's pretty big, guys, meaning that the crypto users are more in control of their money. Now, guys like Coinbase custody, right? Okay, that's great, but there is that centralized aspect to it. The cool thing about this is you actually maintain it. Now, think about all the people in the world, the billions of people that are underbanked or unbanked that don't actually have access. They can't get bank accounts. Some of these people in third world countries, they don't even have like official names. They're not even documented, right? But you still see these villages setting up solar panels. They're getting phones and they're actually using cryptocurrencies. I swear you can Google this stuff. But anyway, getting back to this wallet, it is Ethereum, but they have an integrated blockchain explorer, full feature decentralized exchange, mobile wallet app, and Ethereum browser wallet app as well. And talking about open finance, right, which is basically the monetary system established by blockchain ecosystems, it is actually becoming one of the biggest sought after services. And actually the founder of Ebo, Terrence Sullivan, he said, "We believe that the world needs open finance now more than ever. Ebo provides an open, accessible, and reliable solution that empowers end users to fully control their digital assets and explore a new world of peer-to-peer transactions." So this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. We are seeing so many custodial solutions. We're seeing so much advancement in the Lightning Network. We're seeing, decentralized finance being built on Ethereum. Oh, and not to mention, kind of jumping on the back of yesterday's topic, we are seeing these crazy partnerships where we're having tokenizations of football leagues, football players, assets on the blockchain, literally real life items, right? Like yesterday's example was, imagine signing a prenup and you could tokenize whatever was yours before you got married, right? And it would all be in a smart contract. Now you have SC Barcelona, the captain of which is Lionel Messi, has teamed up with Chiliz, which probably explains why. Chiliz is up 44% today. This is pretty massive news. So they're basically launching a cryptocurrency. So the initiative is part of the club's new commercial and digital strategy. The push aims to increase fan engagement by allowing them to take part in polls and surveys on Chili's fan voting and rewards mobile app. Okay? And it's going to get out there that these are cryptocurrencies, okay? You're not just trading, a centralized, not even really anything, more of just a placement, right? I mean, when you have like tokens or when you were basically playing on these centralized online betting casinos, where was the verification? There was none, right? You can't check the hash table, right? It's not actually yours. It's not an ERC 721, right? But you can see right here, the new token is going to be represented by BAR, and fans of the football club will be receiving those as rewards. At the same time, they will be able to exchange the tokens for exclusive merchandise as well as unique experiences. Oh yeah, and one thing I wanted to end on was Fox Business Charles Payne. I know lots of stuff to go over today. Charles Payne recently said that the Wall Street bigwigs, not just the tech-savvy millennials, will end up loving crypto. In fact, to quote him, he actually said, "Millennials love cryptocurrency, and I suspect one day Wall Street too will too." And on that note, lots of stuff I went over today. I think we're going to end there today, guys. I think that's enough for Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, if you're into that kind of thing. We're just sort of hanging out here. I mean, could we fall down to some of these lower levels? We have put in these golden crosses, which is pretty amazing. We are well above this trend. But yeah, I mean, we have gone up and up and up. I mean, literally since essentially December 18th, it's just been nothing but just higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So that being said, at some point there might be a pullback. Just don't get too greedy, guys. Make sure you're taking profits, whatever taking profits means for you, whether it's putting it into Bitcoin, putting it back into USD, it's up to you. But make sure that you're securing your wealth because, wealth generation, that's one thing. Wealth preservation, that's another. We all want to become gazillionaires, but we want to become it for real, not just on paper, right? So that being said, thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I do this every single day. Once again, let me know what you guys think about this darker sort of background I got going on. And yeah, that's basically it for me. If you guys haven't got subscribed, get subscribed, turn on the bell notification, and you can join the free Telegram group if you want. I have links below for that. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto, and of course,